should be soggy if it was underneath there. There's one down there.
Oh, that's it. It's good. So like one of those things
Everyone right to go?
How would you describe that one, Craig?
It's a story of two halves. I think, a good way to describe it. We had no ball in the first half, and the Bellamy's went against us, the possession went against us, and they carved us up out wide, to be quite honest. So, but it just seemed to turn in the second half. And we got all the penalties, we got all the possession, and then we probably weren't quite as dynamic as them in the second half as they were in the first half. But we kept working away, we kept sort of tiring through that middle, and so it was I'm really proud of the team, though, the way they stuck to it, and the way they started the second half. They started with plenty of energy, and we've got a few young guys on our side that would have been easy for them to be a little bit shell shocked by that score, and they made a couple of errors as well, but they just didn't go away. They just kept doing their job. Benny Hampton and Young, and certainly Mahi, they had a couple of errors there, but they didn't shy away from doing what they had to do. And like I say, I'm real proud of that. But to answer your question, it was just a story of two halves.
Must be happy that when you did get those opportunities, you basically converted them.
Yeah, we scored. They had an error early in that second half, and he could have dropped the ball, and they couldn't even touch the ball again for 10, 12 minutes. So that's hard to defend that against any side, And like I say, we just sort of wore away at them. We didn't do anything too flash, and like I say, we got our rewards again. But hopefully, if there's not too many more games like that, I'm sort of really wore out myself. I know what the players are feeling, but but like I say, I'm just real proud of the way they stuck to doing what we sort of planned to do. I suppose it took us a while to do it consistently, obviously the second half, but the score could have been worse than the first half too. Like I say, we made some bad decisions defensively, but they kept trying to cover up. They kept working hard, and like I say, it could have been more than 20 points in that first half.
When you say the boys at half time, I can imagine it being pretty fiery.
No, I think Cameron would back me up here, George. I think that's what they were expecting, but like I say, without the amount of ball we didn't have, I thought we were doing okay, to be quite honest. We were wearing away, and our possession wasn't too bad as far as completing, but we just didn't have enough of it, But so I thought there was a couple of things we were doing really well in the first half, and I just pointed that out. And all I asked them to do was just start the second half with some energy and just continue to do the job for us. And certainly didn't think it'd turn like that, I must say, but for me it was quite calm and collected on it.
Cameron, someone upstairs said it was your first field goal in first grade, is that correct?
Yeah, it's the first field goal I've kicked since under 16s actually. They got Logan brothers, so it's been a while between drinks for me, but I think I don't want the field goal to overshadow a great performance from the team. To come back from 20 points down at this ground, it's pretty special effort by the boys. I don't know a whole lot of teams that would have done what we did tonight, so just very proud of the effort that we showed in the second half, and just the character to stay in the game. Could have quite easily just said, well, they're too good for us tonight when we hung in there, and we come up with the goods in the end.
Is that one of the best comebacks you've been involved with at the club?
Yeah, I think it's one of the best performances or comebacks in my whole career, I believe. Given the location, given the ground that we're playing at, it's hard to peg back 6 or 8 points usually against these blokes, let alone 20. But as Craig mentioned, we weren't doing a whole lot wrong when we had the ball in the first half. We just didn't have it. We didn't have our fair share of the football. So we got a fair share in the second half, and we applied a lot of pressure to Manly, and we got some reward for it.
Just questioning defence in that first half. They were coming into a bit like Cherry and Skill were finding a lot of space. Was that kind of one-on-one missed tackles, or do you think there was kind of efficiency around that whole kind of line?
That's good, yeah.
Or either one of you?
Again, from where I was sitting, I just thought we made some probably poor decisions. I don't think there was a whole heap of one-on-one misses, or I just thought we made some poor decisions on the edges. The first time they went down that right-hand side, they bust us. first time on the left-hand side they scored a try, you know, so yeah, and we've got some experience on those edges too, and so again, it's a thing that we have been working hard on, and it wasn't great against the Bulldogs in our last try, and we've been working hard on it, but we'll need to work a little bit harder. But having said that, if anyone's going to find that out, it's going to be Manly. You know, I know they get a lot of a lot of publicity up their right edge, and it's a real dangerous edge. You know, with Jerry Evans and Glenn Stewart, and Jamie Mind down there with Brett Stewart, but their left-hand side attack ain't that bad either. With Kieran down there, and obviously Horrod, Steve Maddoy, and they usually got the field there, and they put Hickey in, so you get Brett Stewart out the back of that as well. You know, so they're probably as tough a side to defend on the edges than any side in the competition. So on both edges. So again, we didn't handle so well tonight, but we got really sorted out by a good attack team in the first half. But hopefully, we can improve in that area, and those young guys can learn from the experience tonight. But having said that, to come up here and defend like that in the first half and still come away with a win, they probably will be blessed there. But having said that, we made our own luck in the second half, and the guys got what they deserve.
Cameron, given that you haven't kicked one, did you bother practicing? Did you practice field goals?
No, the best I have is a couple of pot shots at the end of the week. From 40 out, as all footballers do. Big Georgie has a couple too. Yeah, I don't do any practice at all. I better start practicing the goal kicking too, the way I went tonight.
So we sent out a message to Cameron Gill. We wanted each to go into dummy half, in 2 sets or 2 or 3 sets, but I didn't realise he hadn't kicked one before, so I probably made a different decision if I'd known.
You would have given the job to someone else?
Hey?
You would have given the job to someone else if you given it a kick?
Well, Benny Roberts liked himself. He went and had a shot there at one stage, so we probably would have went him or Benny Hampton. Although Benny Hampton was practicing the other day. Huh?
Myself?
Or George.
Was in the mix, wasn't I?
Wasn't sure you're going to be there.
Georgie, were you bracing yourself for to get a bit from your old fans? If you 20-0 down, you're getting a goal from the stand?
Yeah, no, I was a bit nervous about that. I know how solid that team is, and I was stoked that we came back and got the win. It was like Cam said, it was a tough fought effort, and I think it's going to be real good for a lot of the young fellas in the side to be able to experience a game like that in round one. It's going to be great going forward.
George, there are, from where I sit, there's many cheers for you as there were boos when you're hitting the ball. I mean, that's obviously, it's a good thing. They obviously respect you as a player at the time.
Yeah. I was pretty grateful for that. It still sort of did feel like a home game. That's been my home ground for 8 years, and I actually forgot how long the grass was out there. I was a bit cold for the warm up, but once we got going, I settled in, and it was a bit like a home game. It was good to have a bit of support there.
I think Jamie Mind went up to the ref near the end of regulation time and said you dropped the ball on a tackle. Can you recall that?
It didn't happen. Phil always goes up to the ref, doesn't he? That's why they changed that rule. Apparently.
Craig, you mentioned Ben Hampton before. He obviously played a key role with Cameron in the engineering that comeback, scored a try, had a hand in the other one. Is that the sort of kid that he is, that he bounces back from?
Yeah, he's the thing with Benny, obviously, it's a pretty tough job for him to go out there and sort of run the team. He's been doing that for